Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 62 of Stronghold SHX, the road to $3.33 with myself, CryptoBanker SHX. It is October the 15th. Before we dive in, just an important prerequisite as always that I am not a financial advisor, and nothing I ever say or do should be taken as financial advice. I also do not endorse SHX at any price point. Now, we have seen a massive decline across markets, and now we're kind of like in a way in which is probably a bit choppy for a while. But here is SHX, currently ranked 416 out of all of crypto and currently trading just above 1.25 cent, which represents a 2.1% increase on the daily and also a 24.82% volume increase. So currently trading around $850,000 worth of SHX, exchanging hands over the last 24 hours. Now, what I wanted to concentrate on today's episode is this, because this is massive. Now, for the last 2.5 years, I'm going to say 2.5 years, 2.5 years, I've been asked so many times about the difference between SHX on Ethereum, SHX on Stellar. And the answer is that there isn't a difference in regards to price. These things are one-on-one with each other. But there is a difference in regards to potentially tapping in to future use cases. And I always thought that that's where it was going. I understand the backstory of Ethereum, but I don't think Ethereum is going anywhere anytime soon. It's pretty much what all the institutions have built upon, and although it's, to me, antiquated technology, they're still using it, right? And it's still got a lot of money and value on it. So here we have SHX on Stellar and SHX on Ethereum, and they're announcing that they're going to be able to allow people to seamlessly and quickly and conveniently and securely swap between the two networks. So you'll be able to swap seamlessly between SHX and Stellar to then swap that one-on-one for coins of SHX on the Ethereum network. Now, and vice versa, okay? Now, what this means is probably that they are preparing for a certain use case or campaign, or to bring about availability for specifics like DeFi, for example. And so this is very, very encouraging, because if you look at Velo, for example, they have Universe. I think it's Universe, part of Universe, yeah, which allows the seamless swapping of Velo on Stellar to Binance Chain and back again as well. So the fact that Stronghold are bringing this in around the time that we've seen all that activity on chain in regards to liquidity and also sending funds to exchanges, it seems like this is all very orchestrated and part of a bigger plan. Like, Stronghold aren't your normal sort of crypto company that just want to pump the coin and just like potentially rush things to get to the highest they can be in regards to awareness and the interaction socially and everything like that, and driving the price. Whereas Stronghold have never been concerned about the price. They've never been concerned. In fact, they've wanted it to not be known. That's why you've seen all the things that I've covered many times happen and are happening. But that's changing. And so with laws comes liquidity, because SHX is insanely compliant, and it also has a position which is way more advantageous than most crypto projects, because they have real clients and real customers. It's not just people on Twitter buying their or X buying the project. It's institutional clients and merchants and businesses and governments, right? So Christopher Sledge has asked a really good question here. He said, will there be a reason to move to Ether SHX? And Sean Bennett said yes. So that's interesting. I'll reshare that actually. There you go. And like I say, it's only a matter of time before all of this comes to fruition and all of it really gets exposed for what it is. And what it is, and what SHX is an integral part of the new financial system, especially in the US, but also globally. And the journey it's going to go on, and this is why I laugh. I laugh at all the, I say all of them, some of them, trolls, like saying about, oh, you're going to be doing this for 5 years, or you're going to be doing it for 10 years. Like, they're idiots. I can't describe how big SHX is going to be. There aren't words to describe it. And if you are really concerned about the price now, like, please go away and understand what this is. I don't think that there's probably too many people outside the business of Stronghold and SHX that understand this subject matter as much as myself. Now, that's not me saying, oh, I'm amazing. It's because I've taken the time. I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands of hours. I've posted thousands of posts. I've done my research. I've done my work. Like, I understand this fully. And we're not dealing with something that's going to be priced in cents. Now, if you haven't got the patience, I think most of you have, right? But a small minority, minority, like if you're getting impatient, is no one's forcing you to watch my videos. No one's forcing you to follow me or subscribe or anything like that. And no one's forcing you to keep hold of it. Do what you want. I really don't understand the mentality of some people, but in my own personal opinion, not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, the next few months are just going to be absolutely glorious. You might have some chop until December, and you might have that CME gap filled, probably at 92k for Bitcoin, and then watch what happens. Oh, wow. It's going to be really, really interesting, the year end. But at the same time, I'm quietly confident that SHX, like I've always said, I was saying it when there was only 3 people in the community. I'm saying it now that there's thousands, and I'll probably not be saying it when there's millions because I won't be here because it'll have hit $3.33. But I'll carry on saying it. It's just my opinion. It's not financial advice. But if you really and truly do the work on SHX, you'll start to see what I've seen all along. That this is very special. And this is a future top 10 crypto. That's it for episode 62. I'll be back later in the week for episode 63. I'm just, like I say, I'm not 100%, and I'm just doing as much as I can. But yeah, we will have an episode. I might have to potentially rethink the frequency, but do you know what? I don't really want to change it down because it's going to be so interesting. I know what's going to happen, and it's going to be so interesting over the coming months. Again, I could be completely wrong. Not financial advice. Everything could just go to zero. That's always a possibility, right? But at the same time, at some point, whether it's this year, next year, or 2050. At some point, they're really going to roll this out and it will be unstoppable. Wherever you are, I hope you have a good rest of the day, and I will see you on the next one.